Mr. Saurabh Jain, who's the head of the Build for India initiative and the brains behind it. So, Mr. Jain, where did this Build for India initiative come from?
So, Build for India started at many places, but it all got aggregated and we started it under the title Paytm Build for India initiative. So, it started I also had some ideas related to maker education and how building stuff can change the employability of engineers, and it can also solve problems for the country. And Paytm also had a hackathon 2 years ago which was called Build for India. So we took name from there, and the name actually was suggested by the CEO of Paytm Bank, Sati. So she suggested the name Paytm Build for India. But the concept came from many sources, but the name was given by CEO Renu Sati.
Okay, so we've already been through a couple of meetups. What do you think of everything that's happened till now?
So I have been to a lot of meetups outside Paytm Build for India and within Paytm Build for India. The difference is here we give you a new kind of a mental model. So in India, what we say is that India में कुछ नहीं हो सकता. India में we always claim कि politicians are the culprit, or maybe some big business houses are culprit, or maybe Pakistan is the culprit. But what we say is that the culprit is within us. So if you face a problem, solve that problem using some project. So build some project which solves a particular problem. So if 10,000 people build 10,000 projects, so obviously 10,000 problems would be solved. So that is the whole concept of Build for India, and that is we are solving it through open source incubator, because open source is easier to share, and obviously there are no IP issues in that, because we want to solve the problem and we want to get the youngsters to build something. We don't want to go into hassles of IP and all those kind of things, which will stop knowledge sharing and which will stop the building of solution.
So what's next for Build for India?
So Build for India is now expanding, and we are we would be focusing more on getting more startups into Build for India, as well as we would be focusing more on getting more youngsters to build projects. We are even thinking of expanding beyond Delhi, so we are expanding into other cities outside of Delhi. So we are thinking of expanding the scope of the project. We are even thinking of talking to government, because we can help government in some initiatives like Startup India and Build for Make for India. So we can help government in those things also. So we have a lot of things which we are thinking, but right now the focus is more on changing the culture of the country, where instead of cribbing, we focus on doing something to solve. I personally believe that violence or candle marches cannot solve things. Only building constructive stuff can change the things.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. That'll be all.